There's an amazing story that I've told a few times recently, so I apologize if you've heard it, but I'm sure some of your audience has not. Catherine Doherty, who started Madonna House up in
Yeah.
Canada, so she kind of in the spirit of Catherine of Siena would go and she would travel around to priests in the area and probably go to encourage them. She knew that she had a certain vocation to encourage priests, a certain courage in her that priests needed. And so she would go around, and part of what she would do was very convicting. Like
Yeah.
priests needed to hear this, so and it was good. And so I think she probably got moved by the Spirit one time, and she went. I've heard this story. This is how I've heard. I have not done research, but I've heard it makes. I love it. It's beautiful. Um, so she went to this rectory office and knocked on the rectory door, and the woman came to the door. The secretary said, "Oh," and she says, "Is Father whoever here?" And she goes, "Oh, no, actually, he's not." And she, "Well, where is he? I'll wait here. He may not be back tonight." "Oh, okay. Well, can you tell me where he is?" And the woman looked so like embarrassed by the question, and finally the woman just said, "He spends some nights in a brothel." Yeah, and I think the woman felt very convicted. So Catherine says, "Where?" And so she tells him, and she goes down there, knocks on the door of the brothel, and a woman comes to the door and says, "Yes." And is Father Weber here? And the woman, of course, looks shocked, and but she was just such a powerful, courageous figure that so she goes in there, and the woman goes, "Yeah, door 6 or what? I don't know how brothels work. Thank
Yeah.
God,
Yeah. I don't
go to
either.
door
But yes.
6. Right? So she goes down there and knocks on the door and walks in, and there's this priest in bed
Wow.
with a woman, and Catherine walks up next to the bed, kneels down, and goes, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned," and
Oh.
goes to confession, or tries to go to confession. And I thought, she
Oh.
judged without judging. Like, she reminded him that he's a priest in the
Yeah.
most humble way
Isn't
of
that
like, yes, I'm
beautiful?
going to be vulnerable before you.
I
But
don't think I would have had that grace. I think I would have yelled at him, "Father, how dare you? Get out of this bed. Come on."
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
sorry, lovely lady, here's
Yeah.
here's my sweater, whatever
Yeah.
you need, put this on you. And
Right. It was,
wow,
I mean,
isn't
it
that
was
lovely?
so
That shows how she's a
scandalous.
saint and I am not.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's why we're so shocked by that story.
I love that. No,
How
I
would
had
she
not
even
heard
think
that.
of that?
That
How
is
would she even think of that?
beautiful.
So, yeah.
Only God's grace.
Yeah, and I think, how do we take that story to much less dramatic
Yes.
and scandalous situations and use them the same way?